If you want to create amazing designs in minutes, whether you're a total beginner or just need a refresher, then this tutorial will show you how to use Canva step by step. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create designs, customize templates, and use Canva like a pro. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Canva tips, and also leave comments below letting me know if I need to go more in depth in something that you saw, or you can just let me know what you think about the video. So let's jump right in. Once you go to canva.com, you'll be taken to this screen here. The first thing you need to do is to create an account. So let me show you how to sign up. At the top right, you'll see this sign up button. Click it, and then you can choose to sign up with your Google account. So this is an account that I already have, so I'm just going to use another account here. If you don't already have an account with Canva, like a separate account, you'll be taken straight to this screen here. So once you're here, you can choose the method that you want to use to sign up. I'm going to sign up with Google, so I'll click continue with Google. Then I'm going to choose an account that I want to use. In this case, I'll use this one because I think this one, I don't have a Canva account for that, right? Then I click continue. Now you're taken to this screen here. It's asking you, what will you be using Canva for? I'm going to be using it for a small business. You can choose what fits your situation. So let's just go with small business here. We can tailor Canva to your industry. We're doing marketing and advertising. How big is your company? It's a solopreneur. So it's only me. Which of these work goals can we help you reach? Again, just choose whatever works best for you, or you can skip. All of these things won't really make any big changes in your Canva. You can do whatever you want. So just click and go through. Now, right here, they're offering or letting you know about Canva Pro. Canva Pro is different from the free version in that you have some elements that are locked behind the Pro version, and one very important feature, and that feature is the ability to remove the background from images. If that is something that you really need, then you will have to get Canva Pro, right? While we're going through, I'll show you Pro elements as opposed to free, but you can get away with free just fine. Or you can just start using the free, see how you feel, and then depending on your needs, you may hit a roadblock and be like, I need to get the Pro account because I need this feature, or I need access to these elements. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this because I don't want to start a free trial. This will actually renew to a Pro license, so just hit skip, and congratulations, yay! You now have your own Canva account. The account is denoted up here, so if you click, you can see this is my Canva account, and you can go through the settings here. So we're not going to touch on this right now. Let's just focus on the dashboard. Now that we have our account created, we're going to go over the dashboard. The dashboard is this main screen that you're looking at right now. So right now on the dashboard, we have home. We are on the home screen. You can also go to projects, template, brand, apps, and Dreamlab, sorry. Let me go back to home and quickly walk you through. Okay, so on the home page, you have some quick options here. So these are categories that you can click into to begin creating for that category. So for instance, I can click on social media, and it will bring up social media templates and social media projects that I can click into and just begin to create right off the bat. In addition to this, You can also click here to create your own custom size for whatever category you want and start from a blank canvas. I'll get into all of this in just a second. Let's just focus on what the dashboard has for now. Below that, you have some features. These features will allow you to do extra things in Canva. You can come here, let's click on resize any design, and ta-da! This is what we were talking about in the beginning. Some of these features are only available to Pro license. So if you have a Pro account, then you'll be able to do this. If you don't have a Pro account, pop-ups like this will come. And you can see they have this for so many features. So again, if you want to be able to remove the background from images, then you're going to need to get a Pro license. Down to projects. In your project section here, this is where you can organize your designs. You can create a folder. So if I click create a folder here, I can give it a name. Let's say my awesome designs. Where is my A? Oh, my awesome designs. And you can hit continue and it will create a folder for you. Then you can add your designs to this folder when you create them. You can also share this folder to persons. So I'm in my folder right now and I can just hit share and share it to another person on my team, or just add designs straight into the folder. Let's take a look at templates. This is one of the most important sections for Canva because this is where all the templates live. And let's be very clear. If you are using Canva, you should be taking advantage of templates. The whole point of Canva is to make things easier for you. It's to make it so that you can create very great, awesome designs in a matter of minutes. So if you're not taking advantage of your templates, then you really are not using Canva properly. Nothing against starting from scratch and building it up, but this is the draw of the system. So in the template section, you will see all the templates. You can pretty much just explore everything, or you can niche down. So if I click on social media, I can then click on, see it over here to the left, I can click on Instagram Reels. So now I'm only seeing templates for Reels. I can click on Facebook Post and I'm only seeing templates for posts as well. And then in addition to the social media type that you click on here, to the top of that, you can start to now see categories within that type. So now I can see Facebook posts that are only related to business. And so this is how you can navigate the template section within Canva. Once you're in the template section, you will see 3 types of templates. This template here, denoted by the crown, is only available to Pro users. This one over here, where you see the $sign, it means that the design is available for free, but it may have Pro elements in it. And those elements are only, again, available to Pro users. So if you want to use this design, you would have to remove the paid element from it and add something free. Then the rest, which don't have anything on it, you can just use straight up. It's available to you fully as a free account user. We will get into how you use templates in just a moment. Let's go down to brand. The brand kits is a Pro feature, so you won't be able to use this. But what it allows you to do is it allows you to add all the different aspects of your brand. So your brand colors, your brand fonts, your brand elements, anything that you reuse within your brand, you can add here and create a brand kit. And so when you start to design something in Canva, you can refer to your brand kit and get access to create consistency in all your designs. Down here we have apps, which is a wide range of integrated apps that you can use with Canva. We won't be getting into this in this tutorial because each app is a whole different issue and you can get really deep into what each of them does. So let me know if there's a particular app that you want me to focus on, but for now we're just going to leave this out. This is just for beginners, right? And then finally down here we have Dreamlab. Dreamlab is the AI component of Canva, and you can type a prompt in here and have it generate a design for you. So let me give you an example. Let's say I want a photo of a flying dog. I can just type that and then click create, and there we go. I have some options for a flying dog. Then I can go ahead and download it, or I can bring it into a design. I can do a number of things with this. So go ahead and play around in Dreamlab and see what you can generate. Okay, that is it for the dashboard. We are going to go ahead into actually starting a new design. So let's jump straight into that. Now that we've covered the dashboard, let's begin creating a new design. You can start creating a new design in two ways. You can start from a template, in which case you can just click on the category, go to the type that you want, and you can just click, and the template will open within your design window and you can begin designing from there. Alternative to this, let's get back to home. You can select custom size, and in here you can type in the size for the width and the height that you want for your design. Then you can choose the units, whether pixels, inches, millimeters, or centimeters, and then you can click create design. Once you type in your width and your height, Canva will also suggest some things down here, and what you'll see is other categorized designs that matches that dimension, and you can just click on them to get to that particular setup for that category. So again, once you enter your width, your height, your units, then you can just click create new design, and it will create a brand new empty canvas for you. And then from here, you can start to add things to your design. Let's begin with a template. So I'm going to go back to this template that we selected earlier, and this is it inside our design window. A pre-designed template like this is created using elements. Elements are the things that make up the template, and if you just roll your mouse over the template like this, you will see this purple box, and it is just showing you what the elements are. So if I should click this, drag it away, drag this away, then you can see I'm removing all the elements that make up this template. What this means is that you too can create this design from scratch because all these elements are in Canva. The only question is, are they available to you based on your free version or your pro version of Canva? But you can create every single template that you open in Canva from scratch. You just need to have that type of mindset where you can picture the design and then go and you can create it. Before we start editing this template, let's walk through the options that we have on the left here. If I click on design, you will see I have different templates that I can choose from. These templates would replace what I currently have. So if I don't want to use this template, I can just select another one and it replaces it. And then I can go ahead and start editing this. If I want to change the style of this template, I would go to styles, and then I can choose a whole different color palette. So let's choose this blue one here, and it changes the design based on that color palette that I chose. You can also do it for text combinations, full palette change, just change the font set. Let's go to elements. Elements are the things that make up the template. So within elements, you have different categories of things that you can choose from. Let me show you just a couple. I'm going to delete a few of these. And let's say I want to add a flower. Once you search for flower here, the first category will be all. So you'll see all the categories where flowers are available in, which is graphics, photos, frames, and videos and audio. I don't know what audio is for a flower, but you have these options you can choose from. Alternatively, I can just click on graphics here, and then I'll see all the graphical representations for a flower. Now, your license also apply here. So if you have a pro license, then everything is available to you. If you only have a free license, then you won't be able to use these items. See how they have the grid marks on them? You won't be able to use them in your design without this if you don't have a pro. Now, for the free ones, you can just click on it, drag it in, and there it is. You can resize it by dragging any of the edges like this. You can hold down on shift to resize it from one corner, and then you can also rotate it however way you want. Once you are here searching for flowers, you can also click on photos. This will give you actual images of flowers. Let me just resize this as well. And then you can go to frames, which will give you a frame of a flower. Frames are something that we'll get into a little bit later as well, but essentially it means that you can drag an image into here and it will be the shape of a flower. You can go to videos and you can find a free video of a flower. Let me minimize that. And audio, these are songs of a flower. I don't know, but you can add a song to your design that has something to do with flowers. So again, when you're searching for things, just be mindful of the categories that are available to you, and based on what you're doing, you can choose what you want to use. You need to be able to look through all of these. Like, you won't know what is possible unless you know it exists. So when you have your account, just take some time and explore, scroll through. Oh, look, this is a neat flower. Like, I never knew this existed. You won't know unless you just scroll down and take a look at what is in here for the thing that you're looking for. Now let's go to text. For the text options, you can start to add a text just like this, and you can edit this text in a number of ways. At the top, you can see all the options that you have. So let's walk through them. First off, we have fonts. So I can click on whatever the current font is here, and I can change it to something else. I can increase the size of this text by using the plus, or I can decrease it by using the minus. You can also just type freehand into the box here, so I can say 150, and the text size will change to that. I can change the color of the text by clicking this A and then selecting the desired color. Let's go with this blue. I can also bold the text, make it italics, underline it. Depending on the font that you choose, some of these options may not be available to you because some fonts are just created for a certain style. But if it's not grayed out, then you have access to it and you can do whatever you want. I can also strike through the text. I can also make everything in it uppercase or everything in it lowercase. I can align the text to the left, full alignment, to the right, or to the center. I can change this into a bullet list or a numbered list. I can also increase the spacing of the letters just like this, and I can increase the spacing of the lines like this. You can also adjust the opacity or the transparency by just dragging this slider, so I can carry it all the way to 0 opacity and the text will disappear, or all the way to 100 to make it fully transparent. Not fully transparent, to make it fully visible. I can also give effects. Let me just bring back the letter spacing, right? I can also add effects to this text. So I can give it a drop shadow. You can see it there. Let me change this to black, right? I can also make it neon. I can add a glitch effect, do echoes. I can splice where you have the outlines. So play through these options and you'll be able to see, all the different things that you can do to your text. Next up, we have animate. Once you click animate, you can add an animation to your text. Choose whichever one you like, and then you can change the options that are associated with that animation. Next up, we have the position. So you can align this text to the page based on this option here. So I can align it to the top, I can align it to the bottom, I can align it to the middle, left, right, center. You can also change the width and the height from here as well. And then depending on the amount of layers that you have, you can adjust where you want the text to show up. So we'll get into layers in just a moment. So that is a text element. Let's look at a different type of element, which is a shape or an image. So I'm going to just use this one here. Let me drag it down. So once I have this selected, you can see that the options are different. Remember that the text gave us this option. Then this image here is giving us these. So from here, we can edit the image. I can do different things to it. I can give it a drop shadow as well. Let me just blur this and change the angle of it. You also have a background remover, but it wouldn't apply to this image because it's already a PNG image. But if you had an image and you want to remove the background, then this is how you do it. And again, reminder, you can only do this with a pro account. Beside that, we have border style. We can add a border to this. So if I do that, I can add a border like that. But this is a PNG image. I don't want to add a border to it. You can then round the corners. So if I had a border, I can round the corners just like that. Let me remove it because we don't want one. You can also crop this image by just dragging in like this to whatever size that you want. And then once you hit enter, it will crop the image for you. You can also flip the image horizontally or vertically. You can also make it transparent like that. And you can also give it an animation. You can also apply the position of this. So let me go ahead and put this, let's put it to the right. And then finally, we have copy style. The way this works is that it copies the style of one element and add it to the next. So if I add a second element here, which is the second flower, I can select this style, hit the copy style button, and then click onto this other element, and it will add the style to it. So that makes your work a lot easier in case I wanted to have like a small flower here, and then another one somewhere over here, outside of you duplicating the element. And speaking of duplicate, once you click on an element here, you also have these options. You can add a comment, you can lock the element so that it doesn't get dragged around on accident. You can also duplicate this, so I can duplicate this any number of times that I want. And you can also delete it. Click on this button here to get more options, and these are the options that you would see pretty much up here, so that is okay. Let me also show you how you can change the colors of this element. So once you have it selected, you can come up to the top here and you can see the two colors that make up the element. You can select the first color, which is the green, and I can change it to this blue/purplish. And then I can select the pink and also change that to a different color. So that is how you can change the color of some elements. So whenever you have an element selected, just pay attention to the options that become available to you, and then you'll know all the things that you can do with that element. As we work through an example design, you will see more in real time how these things work. So for now, you just need to know where to find them and essentially what they do. Below that, you have the brand section. Now this is a section that is completely locked behind the Pro feature, but it allows you to add all your brand elements. So your logo, your colors, your fonts, brand voice, photos, graphics, and icons that would readily be available to you here to use in your current design to make sure that you stay consistent and on brand when you're designing anything. Below the brand section, you have uploads. You can upload images, videos, and audio that you can use in any design that you want. So once you upload it, it is just available to you in Canva at any time. Below uploads, you have tools. These tools give you extra design options. So like you can get a pencil or a marker to draw. You can come over here and add lines. So this is a line I can add. You can also add a sticky note. Let me drag it over here, and a few other things. So if that is something that you need, then it's good for you to know that it is here. You also have access to all your projects from here and all your apps. Okay. A very big part of learning is in actually doing. So you don't want to spend too much time in theory. So let's just jump straight into creating something, and all the other elements will be explained along the way. So from the home screen, I'm going to click custom size, and I'm going to make this an Instagram square design. So that the dimensions for that is 1080 by 1080. Once I enter it here, they're giving me the option down here as well, so I can see, okay, this is what I'm creating. So I can hit create new design, or I can just click on this. Once you're here in your design section, Canva will give you some options. So you will see templates on this side here that you can use. You don't have to start from scratch. You can just select a template. It will just open up like this, and you can make edits to anything you want within this template. So if I click on this element here, I can come up here and I can change the color to this. If I click on this text element here, I can double click into it and type something else. Let me just extend this. Perfect. I can change what the text is saying down here, and also every other element within this section. Let me go ahead and delete everything because I want to create something from scratch just to show you. But remember, always try to do it from a template. Creating from scratch is not for everyone. If you already have a design in mind, then you can just jump straight ahead. But one of the biggest perks of Canva is their template library. So give that a go, look through, see if anything is in there that you can work with, and then you can start from there and make changes. So I'm going to create a basic Instagram post from here, and I'm going to use, let's use flowers, because we did that search. So I'm on the elements tab. I'm going to search for flowers, select it, and let me go to the graphics option and scroll down. I'm going to select this flower here. It looks nice. So I'm going to resize it by just dragging on the edge, and I'm going to put it in the corner like this. Now I want to add a background to this design, and the background color is something I want to match to this element. So once I select the background, I can choose a background color and then look at what Canva does. It gives me the colors that exist within this element so I can make sure that there is some sort of color harmony in my design. So if I select this first color here, look at that. Everything seems to fit well, and I can just click through and see which one works best. I like the first one, so I'm going to use the first one. Now the design looks unbalanced, so I'm going to select this element, duplicate it, and I want to bring this one down to the corner here. But now it's in a different position, so I need to flip it. So I'm going to select the element, go to flip. I'm going to flip it vertically first, then horizontally. And look at that. We already start having something that looks really good. Now I need to add some text here. So I'm going to go to text. Then I'm going to scroll down to font combinations, and Canva already gave you some combinations that work. Some is behind a pro account, while others are accessible to you. So I can select this one here. I can resize it. I can change what each of them say. And what you need to understand about this is that the combination is a group. So once I click on any of them and I move it, they both move together. But when you click on this, you can select ungroup, click away, and now I can move each of these elements separate. I'm going to delete these because I don't want to use that type. Let me scroll through and see something that looks better. This. See how good that looks? That looks so much better. So I'm going to ungroup it, click away, separate them, and I'm going to type something different. So let's do summer sale. Now if you're typing like this and you see where the word or the sentence is being broken up, you have two options. I can extend the box, but now the box, well, the word may be too big for the design. So now I need to decrease the font size. I can set this to 150, and that looks a bit better. Let me make it 130. That looks good. Now I can copy the style to this one because now this text is 130, but this one is 154. So I can just select this, click copy style, and then click on this one, and now it is also 130. And I can bring this up and change this to sale. So now we have a summer sale. Beautiful. Now I want to add another element down here for somebody to see that my website is prettyflowers.com. So I'm going to go to elements. I'm going to go to all and remove. So remember we search for flowers. So I'm going to remove flowers. Then I'm going to select shape. I'm going to go to see all for now. Just pretend I don't know what to choose. I can go to see all, and you can see all the shapes. So I want a rounded corner rectangle. So I can click this. Then I can drag it down here. And I'm going to resize it so that it looks like this. Good. Now I want to change the color of this to white. So I'm going to click on color, click on white, and there we go. Perfect. Now this shape, it just looks flat, while these have a nice 3D effect to them. So I'm going to create that same effect using this shape. And this is the other aspect to Canva, being able to create things based on what is available. So let's go straight into it. I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. So 1, 2. So now we have 3 shapes. The first one I'm going to give this color here. So I'm going to select color, and then I'm going to choose this color here. If you want to sample this color, then you can come over here to add new colors, choose the eyedropper tool, and then you can scroll all the way over to the color that you want to sample, select it, and it will automatically match that color. Now for the second one, I want to do the same thing. So I'm going to sample, and I'm going to go to here, and there we have it, a lighter version. But I want this to be a whole lot lighter. See how much different that is? So I'm going to go to transparency, and I'm just going to drag this down a bit. So now that is looking a lot better. Now I'm just going to stack everything on top of each other. And this is the perfect opportunity to show you how layers work. So if I drag these elements down to here, you can see that they're all stacking on top of each other, but I want the white one to be on top. How do I do that? I can select the element, go to position, and then click layers. Here you will see all the elements on the page, and if you just mouse over each, you will see the indication within your design of where that element is. So if I want this white bar to be on the top, I just need to drag it above the element that I want it to be on the top of. And you will see it aligned just like this. So now whenever I move the white element, it is on top of the other two. So now all I need to do is to position the white first. Then I can position the second one. And if I want to do micro changes, I can use the arrow keys on my keyboard and just use up like that to move it up. I can position the final one, and I can move it up just like this as well. So now you see I can just rearrange these colors based on the layers, and it will just stack. So you want to always keep that in mind. So now that we have them stacking, if I try to move this, it's only going to move the selected layer. I want to move them together. So I'm going to group them. I'm going to highlight everything. Then I'm going to select group. Now, when I click and drag, it's dragging the entire group. So I can add this here. Now I'm going to add the website address. So I'm going to go to text. I'm going to select add a text box. I'm going to drag it down here, and I'm going to change the text to prettyflowers.com. I want the text to be inside the box here, and this text is pretty small, so in order for me to make proper changes, I can zoom in. So at the bottom of the page here, you will see a percentage for the zoom and a bar. You can just drag this bar here, and then it will zoom all the way into your design. Once you're zoomed in, you can use the bars here. So we have the vertical and horizontal scroll. You can use that to get to where you need to go, and then you are able to continue your design. I'm going to make this text bold, and then I'm going to change the color. Let's change it to pretty flow. No, I want it to be brighter than that. Right, so I'm going to change the color to be that. And then now I want to increase the size a bit. So I'm just going to drag the edge. And I also want to add a different element to this. I want to add a magnifying glass. So how do we do that? I'm going to go over to elements. I'm going to get out of shapes. Then I'm going to search for magnifying glass. It gave me the suggestions. Click it. Now I want a graphic of a magnifying glass. So I'm going to scroll through to see if I can find one that looks good. This one looks good. See how big it is? So you want to resize it, drag it down, and then resize it to what you want it to be. So there we go. I'm going to zoom in just a bit more and resize it to the proper size. Perfect. Now, I want to change the color of this magnifying glass to match the color of the text that we have here. So I'm going to go to the top, select color, and then I'm going to select the same color that the text has. And there we go. Now I can zoom all the way back out, just like that. And another shortcut for zooming in and out is holding down on Control or Command and then using the plus or minus buttons to zoom in and out. Now here we have our very beautiful design that is ready to be posted on Instagram, so persons can know that we have a summer sale, and the sale is at prettyflowers.com, so they can run over there and purchase it. But we are still within Canva, so how will persons get to see this? You have to download it and upload it to Instagram. So let's now talk about the sharing options. So to share this, you need to come up to the top right, click share. Then you can share the link to persons by giving them access. So anyone with the link can view your design. You just need to copy the link and then share that. You can send it through WhatsApp or wherever, and persons who click on it can see the design here. But in this case, what you want to do is to download the design. So click the download button here. Then you want to select the file type. In this case, we're just going to go with the suggestion, which is PNG. You could change the size of this if you have a Pro account, but again, we're not using Pro right now, so these are actually not available to you. So just go ahead from here and click download, and you will see your design downloading here. The design would have been downloaded straight to your computer, so once you open the design from your downloads folder, it will look like this. And now you can just send this design to your phone and upload it to Instagram. And that is it. That is how easy it is for you to create something within Canva within a couple minutes and have it be posted to wherever you need it to go or be added to a separate project. There are other instances of Canva and features that can really help you to create some amazing stuff, but this is pretty much all you need to know. So give it a go. I hope you'll enjoy yourself and add a new skill set to everything that you already have. Remember to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video.